Today I'll explain a movie that is based on the true story of the youngest fighter in World War II, called Soldier Boy. Get ready! The film starts in Russia, where a small family of 3 is relaxing by a river. The youngest, Sergey Aleshkov, tells his older brother and mother proudly that he climbs a tall tree. Suddenly, German warplanes fly over them. The mother quickly tells her kids to hide in the bushes, but the 6-year-old says he's not afraid and uses his slingshot to shoot at the planes. Surprisingly, he hits them and causes them to explode. But when he looks around, his family is no longer there. Sergey wakes up scared from the dream and calls out for his mom. Someone then knocks on the door. Thinking it's his mom, he runs to open it, but instead, it is a neighbor woman in a panic. She thanks God that Sergey is still alive and tells him his mom and brother are dead. Sergey doesn't understand what she means and says he wants to stay and wait for his mom. The woman warns him that the Germans have attacked and he needs to run. Just then, some soldiers come near the house. The woman helps Sergey escape through the window, but she is shot before she can follow. The 6-year-old is now alone, with no family or friends. As he runs from the house, he sees his whole neighborhood burning. He cries for his mom and runs off. After running a long time, he finds himself deep in the forest. The small boy starts shouting for his mom to come get him because he is lost. That night, he sleeps in the woods. The next morning, as he drinks water from a river, enemy soldiers come close, and Sergey hides inside the roots of a tree. He gets scared when a snake comes near, but he doesn't move or make a sound. He's more afraid of the soldiers than the snake. The soldiers eat by the river and leave. After they leave, Sergey eats the food they leave behind. But by the end of the day, he is tired and weak. He hasn't eaten well for 2 days and is walking with no idea where to go. He falls but keeps walking. On the way, he finds some wild berries and eats them. Just then, there's a sudden explosion behind him that shocks him. He feels dizzy and starts to imagine someone coming. But even in that moment, he stays brave and warns that he has a rifle and is not afraid. He keeps walking but soon falls unconscious. While he sleeps, 2 soldiers come near him. They head for the Russian army camp, where Commander Kuznetsov is waiting for his men, returning with a little injured boy. When they say they're not the enemy, the boy relaxes and tells them his name. The soldiers laugh when the boy shakes the commander's hand and tells him to say his name too. They quickly start to like the boy and gather around him. They give him water and food. Even the tough commander shows kindness. A nurse named Katya treats his wounds and is also touched by how sweet he is. Sergey asks her to draw a tank on his injury because he wants to be a soldier one day. Even the hurt soldiers talk to him and feel better. Sergey is curious about the commander's gun badge. The commander answers his many questions and even lets him play with his pistol after removing the bullets. Sergey shows the tank on his belly and proudly says he's a soldier. He heals quickly. Nurse Katya asks the commander if the boy can stay with the soldiers, but the commander says no, thinking it's too dangerous. He wants to send Sergey to an orphanage, but the soldiers love spending time with him. Many of them visit him daily. They bring him food from their homes and let him play with their binoculars. One day, a soldier goes to the commander and begs him to let Sergey stay. The soldiers now feel like he's part of their family. The boy makes the soldiers forget about the pain of war. Still, the commander insists on sending him to the orphanage for his safety. The next day, the enemy attacks and many are hurt. A vehicle comes to take Sergey away. The commander tells Sergey the news and gives him a wooden toy gun as a gift. Sergey hugs him and says he's scared for the commander. The commander is moved and changes his mind. He lets the boy stay with them as his son. That night, the soldiers find a little uniform for Sergey. They are very happy he is staying. The commander wakes him up and gives him the uniform. He puts it on and runs happily like a real soldier. The others call him their little soldier boy. As he runs around, the Germans launch another air attack. The soldiers hide Sergey in a safe place and go out to fight. Many soldiers get hurt. Sergey wants to help, so he brings water to the thirsty men. One blindfolded soldier asks him to read a letter from his family. Sergey wants to help but doesn't know how to read, so he makes up a story saying the soldier's cow is safe at home. When the soldier says he doesn't have a cow, the others tell him to enjoy the story and laugh. Sergey reads more letters like this, making everyone smile. Soon after, Katya is seen sharing a quiet conversation with the commander. They seem to like each other, but do not confess their feelings. Later, Sergey tells the commander that he is of the orderly position in the battalion and starts introducing himself as one. But then he sees a soldier who dies in the attack. The commander teaches him to take off his hat to show respect. The next day, Sergey asks for a job. He is told to give out letters to the soldiers. He does it well and even makes them dance for him. The next day, Sergey goes a bit far from the camp with binoculars. While playing, he sees someone's leg moving under a haystack. He runs to tell the soldiers. They don't believe him, but follow anyway. When they check, they find 2 German spies hiding. They catch them and praise the boy for being smart. That night, the commander shows Sergey his adoption papers. Now he is legally the boy's father. Sergey knows the commander likes Katya, so to thank him, he tries to help. He takes him to tell her how he feels. But they see her with another man and think she likes someone else. The camp is attacked again. This time, Sergey helps by giving bullets to the soldiers at the front line. But they tell him to go back to safety because it's too risky. When he gets there, he finds the commander and others worried. Their phone connection to the colonel is lost. A soldier is sent to fix the wires. Sergey follows him and sees he is badly hurt. He asks him how to fix the wire and does it himself. The call works again, and help is called. The 6-year-old saves the group. Later, the commander and Katya talk by the river. The commander finally tells her he loves her and asks her to be Sergey's mom. Katya is very happy, but before she can answer, a soldier comes with a letter. It says they are being sent to a new base. The next day, all the soldiers leave with Sergey. On the way, they drive into a minefield and some vehicles explode. The commander is hurt, and the man Sergey is close to dies. He cries and hugs the commander. They carry the injured and keep moving toward the new base. When they get there, they meet the commander's boss, the general. He is impressed by Sergey and praises the commander for raising such a brave boy. The next day, the team gets a special flag, and so does the boy. The general gives him a badge, and Sergey promises to protect his country. One night, there's a big attack on their new base, and the commander gets trapped under rubble. Sergey cries for help and tries to pull him out. Other soldiers come and rescue him. The next day, Sergey goes to visit the commander, who hurts his hands while trying to save him. Now the boy is a real part of the group. He has no family besides the soldiers and follows them wherever they go. The movie ends with the troops moving to a new base. A voice in the background narrates that Sergey even joins the Battle of Stalingrad and goes to Poland with the army. Today, he is known as the youngest soldier in the world, and his brave story is spread for the whole world to hear. Don't forget to show some love by subscribing for more videos like this. Drop a like or comment to help the channel grow and stand out.